Hi, this is Leanne here, and I'm here today to talk about stepping forward into something new and then continuing on that path. So a lot of times we have great ideas, great intentions, great thoughts about where we want to go and what we want to do, and we're so excited about it. And then somewhere along that way we lose our momentum and our steam, or something comes against us. So it feels like maybe things were moving slowly and then a challenge presents and we stop wanting to move forward. I felt this way in many of my ventures and in many times moving forward. And then this morning something happened and I thought to myself, that's it, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And in that moment, I checked in with myself and I was inspired to just flip open a page in the Bible to see what message there was for me, because something called me to do that. And the message I received was in Malachi 3:1. It says, "Look, I'm sending my messenger before you. He will prepare the way." And it made me begin to realize that even though we're walking on this path that we don't always know and that we're not always clear how we're going to get to our destination is awaiting us and the path is clearing for us. So our job isn't to figure out how to make it work or to plan ahead 20 steps. God has that covered. Our journey and our path is to keep stepping forward and keep moving forward to what we're called to. There are certain ways and certain things that maybe aren't my path now, or maybe isn't the direction I should be going, and that's okay. But when I let fear and anxiety start to tell me what my direction is and my path is, I know that I'm no longer aligned with God and I'm no longer aligned with my steps moving forward. So this isn't about forcing your way through. This is about checking in, listening, and continuing to step forward in faith, knowing that your destination is already set and is already waiting for you. And so it's like on a road trip. If I know that my hotel's already booked and the bed's already made and there's a warm bath already there for me, I can drive a little further. But if I lose sight that that destination is ahead of me and I start thinking that the now is all there is and that I must figure this out on my own and I must create my own hotel, my own bed, and my own bath, I start getting discouraged and I'm forced or inspired to turn around and go home. But when I keep in mind that there's a destination ahead of me that's greater than the place I left, and that I am constantly moving forward to my destination, and that all the roads I can take are leading me to one destination where the path that's already been prepared for me, it's so much easier for me to continue to step forward. A Course in Miracles says those who are certain of an outcome can afford to wait without anxiety. That is so powerful to me, this idea that when I know where I am going and I know that there is a space for me there, I don't have to be anxious in the now. I can be present in the now and I can be doing what I need to do in the now, knowing that there is already a destination outlined. And this is the most powerful truth that we can really absorb into our being, is this idea that we're set. We are taken care of. And there are times when we're going to push forward fast, and there are times where it's going to feel like nothing is happening. And it makes me think of waves in an ocean, and you're body surfing, right? And a big wave will carry you forward, and you'll feel like, yes, this feels so good. And then the wave will dissipate, and you'll have to wait for that next wave to get closer to the shore. But in this idea, the shore never moves. The shore is never not going to be there. The shore never leaves us. The shore is always there. And what we're waiting for is these different waves that will carry us to the shore. But if you think of an ocean, all the waves lead to the shore. And if you think of the earth, the shore is always there. So in our life, we're waiting for these waves that will carry us forward, knowing that we're going to make it to the shore. And it's the normal pattern of waves to go in stages. There's not one continuous wave that sweeps through the whole ocean. And when that happens, in hurricanes and tsunamis, it's very destructive. When we're in this great flow, and when the ocean's in this great flow, there are these waves and pauses, waves and pauses. And in our life, sometimes things tear through and it feels like a tsunami. But when we find this rhythm of the waves, we find this rhythm of being brought in, pushed forward and pausing, pushed forward and pausing, we're able to calmly and easily make it to the shore. So notice where you are. Maybe you're in a wave and you're riding it, it feels really good, but when that momentum stops, know that it doesn't mean you're not going to make it to the shore. It means you get to wait for your next wave. You get to prepare, you get to watch, you get to get on your toes, you get to get ready to ride that next thing. And so following this leapfrogging effect through life, and when you're settling into that rhythm, it's much easier to settle into life because you're expecting the pause and you're expecting the current and you're expecting to make it into shore. So when those things happen, there's no worry or fear, there's faith. So today, my promise to myself is I'm going to believe that that shore is waiting for me. I'm going to believe that God has already cleared the path ahead of me, and my only job is to step forward when I'm called to step forward. And in my rest, my job is to pause, reflect, and hold the faith for that next wave. I encourage you to hold the faith for your next project, your next adventure, your next mission. Hold that faith, hold the vision of the shore, trust that your path is being cleared, and prepare yourself to ride all these wonderful waves that will get you there. I hope you have such a wonderful day.